Chosen one, your journey is not merely about accumulating money, it's a divine calling that goes far beyond earthly riches. You were born to carry a mantle, a sacred responsibility to influence, to lead, and to build a legacy that transcends generations. This mantle is the spiritual authority and the heavenly favor upon your life, positioning you for a purpose far greater than simple wealth. Many people chase money blindly, but you are being called to something more profound. The anointing to steward resources with wisdom, grace, and kingdom impact. Your financial blessings will not just enrich your life, but will open doors for others to be lifted, for communities to be transformed, and for visions to be realized. If you're feeling a stirring deep inside that pull towards something bigger, that is God's voice inviting you to rise to this new level. You are not just a millionaire in the making, you are a pioneer walking into your God-ordained destiny. Make sure to like this video if you're ready to embrace that mantle. Do you feel this calling in your spirit? Comment below and share how you sense your financial breakthrough is tied to a greater purpose. In today's world, so many believe that money is the ultimate goal. But as a chosen one, you know this truth. Wealth without purpose is empty. The Bible even warns that the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil, reminding us that money must be coupled with righteous intention and spiritual alignment. You're being called to carry both a mantle and money, meaning your financial breakthrough must be anchored in your God-given purpose. This sacred combination is what separates a millionaire with a mantle from any other wealthy person. The mantle carries authority, destiny, and responsibility, while the money provides the fuel. For example, look at people like Joseph in the Bible. He wasn't just wealthy, he was a steward of divine provision during famine. His wealth had a higher calling: to save nations. Similarly, your riches are meant to be a resource for transformation. Legacy isn't just about what you leave behind, it's about the spiritual seeds you plant now that will bloom for generations. As the first millionaire in your bloodline with a mantle, you're rewriting history. You're breaking generational curses of lack, poverty, and limitation. Think about your ancestors. Many struggled, many sacrificed, but you are the one God is raising to shift the entire family's trajectory. Your breakthrough will ripple across timelines and timelines yet unborn. That's why this mantle is so heavy. It's a spiritual trust God places on your shoulders. Take a moment to imagine your great-grandchildren telling stories about how you changed the family's destiny. It's a powerful thought, and it's your reality in the making. Many confuse a mantle with just a title or position, but a mantle is a divine anointing that imparts authority, wisdom, and responsibility. It's a spiritual garment woven with purpose, sacrifice, and power. When God places a mantle on you, He is preparing you to operate in realms unseen by others. This mantle will guide your decisions, protect your breakthrough, and give you supernatural favor in your financial journey. You are not walking alone. The mantle is proof that God's hand is on you, equipping you for this divine assignment. Look at biblical examples like Elijah and Elisha. When Elijah passed the mantle to Elisha, it was a transfer of supernatural power and divine destiny. Your mantle is your divine inheritance to walk in supernatural provision and impact. Your financial breakthrough isn't just personal gain, it's kingdom expansion. The wealth coming to you is strategically designed to fund God's plans on earth. It will support ministries, charitable causes, and initiatives that shift atmospheres and break strongholds. Think of your money as spiritual ammunition. Every dollar you steward well is a seed that brings fruit in God's kingdom. When you align your finances with His will, doors open for you to participate in miracles, healings, and breakthroughs for others. Remember, you're becoming a financial leader, a steward of divine resources meant to impact cities, nations, and generations. The path to becoming the first millionaire with a mantle in your family involves breaking spiritual and generational cycles of lack. Many families have lived under limitations, poverty mindsets, and scarcity consciousness for generations. But your breakthrough is the crack in that cycle. It's the manifestation of God's promise that your bloodline will experience abundance unlike ever before. This is not luck, it's a spiritual shift engineered by divine intervention. You are paving the way for those who come after you. Imagine the weight lifted off your family's future because you dared to rise, to step into your calling, and to accept this mantle with all its responsibilities. The secret to your rise is the sacred partnership between your anointing and your abundance. These two must work hand in hand. Anointing without resources leads to missed opportunities, while resources without anointing can lead to destruction. God is releasing a unique anointing on you that activates financial blessings. This anointing sharpens your vision, opens supernatural doors, and aligns you with divine strategies. When combined with abundance, you become unstoppable. For instance, think of entrepreneurs who were gifted visionary ideas and divine favor but lacked resources until God opened the floodgates. That is your story unfolding right now. Being the first millionaire with a mantle means learning to steward both with wisdom. Stewardship is about managing well what God entrusts to you, your influence, your finances, and your calling. It requires discipline, humility, and constant prayer. You must guard your heart against pride, greed, and distractions. Build accountability into your life through mentors, spiritual leaders, and trusted advisors. Practical steps include budgeting, investing in your spiritual growth, and giving generously. Remember, stewardship is the foundation for sustainable breakthrough, not just temporary success. Faith is the invisible force powering your breakthrough. Without faith, even the greatest strategies fall short. Your faith activates God's promises and moves the spiritual mountains, blocking your progress. Many chosen ones face moments of doubt, but it is in these moments faith grows stronger. Remember Hebrews 11:1. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Your faith in God's plan is what will keep you moving forward, even when the path looks unclear or difficult. It's the fuel for your perseverance and the reason why you will overcome every obstacle. Fear and doubt are natural, but they do not have to define your journey. The enemy wants to keep you stuck in limiting beliefs and low expectations. But you have a mantle to carry, a divine purpose that requires courage and resilience. When fear whispers lies, remind yourself of your identity as a chosen one, a vessel of divine favor and power. Speak affirmations, pray boldly, and surround yourself with positive influences who uplift your vision. Many millionaires and leaders have faced moments of crippling fear, but chose faith instead. You can do the same. Your wealth will flow when your actions align with your divine assignment. It's not enough to want abundance. You must walk in obedience to God's specific plan for your life. This means listening to the quiet nudges, following your intuition, and being open to correction. Your daily choices, from how you spend time to who you partner with, determine your trajectory. God honors obedience, and your consistent steps in faith will unlock doors no one else can open. Your mantle will shine brightest when your actions mirror your calling. Prayer is your communication line to heaven. It connects you directly to God's wisdom and guidance. To steward your mantle and money well, you need spiritual discernment, the ability to distinguish between God's voice and distractions. Regular prayer and meditation sharpen your spiritual senses, helping you avoid traps and stay aligned with your purpose. When you pray, you invite God's strategy into your financial plans. Examples abound of leaders whose breakthrough came after intense prayer seasons, a divine shift that could only come through spiritual clarity. Your mindset is the soil where your financial breakthrough grows. A kingdom-minded mindset understands that money is a tool for God's purposes, not an end in itself. This mindset embraces generosity, humility, and vision. It rejects selfishness and greed, replacing them with stewardship and service. When you think like a kingdom millionaire, you operate differently. Start by changing your inner dialogue about money. Speak blessings over your finances, declare abundance, and expect divine favor. No one rises alone. To carry a mantle and money wisely, you need a community of support. Mentors who have walked the path before you, peers who challenge you, and spiritual leaders who pray for you. Community keeps you accountable, encourages you, and shares wisdom. When you invest in relationships, you are investing in your success. Seek out mentors who understand your spiritual calling and financial goals. Surround yourself with people who inspire growth. It's important to celebrate every milestone on your journey. Recognize your progress, thank God for every step forward, and let celebrations fuel your motivation, but also stay grounded. Remember, your ultimate goal is to carry your mantle fully and steward your wealth wisely. Balance gratitude with ambition. Celebrate victories and prepare for new challenges. Wealth brings responsibility. You are being entrusted with resources that must be handled with care, integrity, and wisdom. This responsibility affects your family, community, and the spiritual realm. Your choices ripple far beyond what you see. Prepare yourself by learning financial literacy, building strong character, and growing spiritually. Sometimes breakthrough feels slow. Trust that God's timing is perfect, even when it feels delayed. Your mantle is being refined, your purpose clarified, and your resources aligned exactly when needed. Stay patient, stay faithful, and keep your eyes on the prize. Chosen one, your journey to becoming the first millionaire with a mantle is just beginning. This is a sacred path of purpose, provision, and legacy. At Awakened Era, we are committed to walking with you, providing encouragement, teachings, and community support. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video with others who are ready to rise. Together, we will unlock new levels of faith and abundance. Chosen one of the most overlooked truths about financial favor is this: God isn't just giving you income, He's giving you influence. And that influence comes with deep responsibility. As your bank account grows, so does your voice, your reach, and your ability to shift culture and consciousness. Your influence will touch places your feet haven't even stepped into yet. This is why your wealth journey has been so tested, because God had to be sure your heart was right before He handed you influence that could either build or break. He had to know you wouldn't sell out, water down your message, or use your platform for ego instead of elevation. He needed to make sure you'd use your influence to bring light into dark places. When you have both a mantle and money, people listen differently. They watch your moves, they model your faith, they repeat your words. That's influence. And when rooted in purpose, it becomes a force that breaks chains, uplifts nations, and heals broken systems. Never underestimate the weight of your voice. Chosen one, let's be honest. The attacks on your finances weren't random. The struggle wasn't just life being unfair, it was spiritual warfare. The enemy recognized your mantle before you did. He knew if you ever got free financially, you'd be unstoppable, a divine disruptor of darkness, a threat to every demonic system of poverty. That's why you faced strange delays, closed doors, sudden losses, betrayals tied to money, and opportunities that fell through. It wasn't about the money, it was about you. The enemy didn't want your bank account, he wanted your belief. He wanted you to give up before the breakthrough hit, but you didn't. You kept sowing when it hurt. You kept tithing even when you were broke. You prayed over your last dollar. You worshipped while waiting on rent. And heaven took notes. The mantle on your life was refined through fire, and that fire forged you into someone the devil can't defeat. Chosen one, this final truth is vital. Your wealth is a weapon. It's not just for luxury or legacy, it's for war, spiritual war, cultural war, kingdom war. With it, you will fund deliverance ministries, finance justice movements, create sanctuaries of healing, and demolish demonic strongholds that kept others trapped for decades. That's why God didn't rush this process. He couldn't afford to give this kind of weapon to someone unhealed, untrained, or unprepared. He needed to raise you in secret, mold your motives, and purify your heart so you'd never use this weapon to harm others or idolize yourself. You are being entrusted with divine artillery. The wealth being released to you is soaked in oil, spiritually coded for breakthrough, not bondage. That's why when you give, it delivers. When you invest, it multiplies. When you speak, it shifts. It's not natural, it's divinely assigned. You are not too late, you are not unqualified, you are chosen. The delay was divine, the struggle was sacred, and your obedience is being rewarded with overflow. So rise, walk boldly, give generously, speak prophetically, build faithfully. And remember, you are not doing this alone. You have a community, a calling, and a covering. Awakened Era is with you and heaven is backing you. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if this message has touched your spirit.